Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmi, and Damon Diplean Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the pulse of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Diplean Ellison, and my co-host,
Iesha.
We'll be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in your vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of the city. Welcome to Habari Live, where we bring you an engaging conversation and inspiring stories from remarkable individuals making a difference in our community. Welcome to Habari Live. So for sure, man, let's get it going. Another week. A lot of good stories out there, a lot of things to talk about. We don't have a guest today, which is, I don't understand, but whatever. We just gonna get it going and make it happen.
Okay. It's kind of hard to book a guest last minute when the guest
They backed out.
when they back out.
I
Right.
understand.
So I mean,
I
it's a
understand.
little hard.
But we didn't try to fill the spot at all. So, but it's
How
all
do you
good
know what I did?
because you didn't ask me to try to fill it or anything. You didn't say, "Hey, let's fill it."
Whatever.
Didn't say nothing. But anyway, yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get it going for this week. It's kind of been a tough week, man. In my life myself, it's just trying to. I'm trying to cut down on the amount of sugar and chips a brother eats. I've been trying. I've been trying to get myself back to my normal weight. I don't like being heavy. I feel like I'm heavy. I know other people looking at me like I'm crazy, but I don't like to get to a situation where I feel like I'm not fitting in my clothes. You know what I mean? That I didn't like that at all. So I had to cut out some things, take out some sugars. I had my cheat day, but other than that, the chips been the hardest one for me. The sugars haven't been that hard, but for some reason, man, chips is tough to stop eating chips. But I've stopped most of the week, and I still had a couple bad days where I fell back, ate a whole bunch of chips and shit. But I'm trying to stop it. I know it's tough, man, and I can't imagine how it is for other people trying to stop the craving, because it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not, and I've been able to stop most of them. Replacing them with fruits. Eating more fruits and stuff for breakfast. That's what I have at work. I have a little fruit. 5 pieces of fruit is like $1.50. Little bitty pieces too. It's crazy. It's expensive, man. And if you want,
But you get 5 different fruits for $1.50.
yeah, but they're like,
not bad.
you know how you get them cut up in the bowl?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5 little cut up little pieces like that.
Oh,
Yeah, not the whole fruit. A cut up little slice.
so they give you just a cup of fruit, a little small cup with the
It's
fruit
not.
in it.
It's not even that. No, because they have it on the board, and you just go in and pick out your fruit. Grab one. I grab a cantaloupe. Grab a watermelon. Grab a couple grapes. $1.50. Yeah, man, it's expensive. I'm just like, man, you should the food that we should be eating.
That should be done.
It should
by
be cheaper,
weight.
man. It is done by weight, and it comes out to $1.50 for 5 little pieces of the fruit. I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. If I wanted to get 2 eggs, I can get 2 eggs for $1 something. Then add a couple of potatoes on that. And that's not bad for breakfast, but fruit is better. You would think the fruit would be 50, 60 cents, really cheap to get that. But no, it's expensive, man. The fruits are so expensive. all the food that we are supposed to be eating costs a lot of money, and that's the stuff that hurts.
Well, I think that what would change that is the demand. People have to start eating more fruits and vegetables because if the demand for it goes up,
Mm-hmm.
the prices are going to go down because a lot of people are wanting it.
Yeah,
So I think that's what would change the prices for that.
I don't know a time when people did want fruits. I don't know. I just think we do. They've always been pretty cheap to get. If you want to get an apple, it's 25, 30 cents. You know what I mean? Like the price is just. Inflation is just killing. But at the same time, the foods that are bad for you, they should cost more instead of them being so cheap. And that's the thing that's tough. I don't know if it's cheaper. I would think fruits, it grows on trees. The labor, they usually get foreign labor for things like that, and it's a little cheaper. But I don't know, man. I just think, just thinking about that today, I was like, man, I wish fruits, vegetables, those things cost a little bit less, um, to help the everyday American try
That's
to get
true.
out of these carbohydrates, or what are they called, the
Sugars, the saturated
processed, I'm sorry,
fats.
processed foods,
Hmm.
and all the mess that we eat. So
Well, I mean, that's why a lot of places like, well, I guess it went out of business, but the 99-cent store, you could go in there and find fruit and produce.
that,
It wasn't the prettiest fruit and produce, but it's
I
there
guess,
for 99 cents.
yeah,
Um,
we just need to grow more, man. It should be more trees, especially here.
Even if you go to the farmers market nowadays, the produce
Hmm.
and the fruits are going to be about comparable in price to what you're going to pay for them at the grocery store.
Yeah, that's bad, man. You're supposed
And
to be
these
able
are
to go to
getting
the.
from the local markets, the local farmers.
It's too expensive, man. Life is just getting too expensive. Something has to happen. I don't know what's gonna give, man, but something has to give. Um, Everything is just expensive. It's tough. I can't imagine making 15, $20,000 trying to make it and feed my kid a healthy meal that's not full of crap. And the problem is the crap is the cheapest. We pay for a little bit, try to get some fruits, vegetables. Those things cost
Mhm.
more, and you have to cook them fast too. You can't keep them, canned up and everything. So I don't know, man.
Well, I mean,
You can have, but it tastes like
unless you're
trash.
canning them yourself
Ugh. Yeah,
in the mason jars.
yeah, for sure,
That's another way to preserve, but
for sure.
and you're not using as many
Hmm.
preservatives as the
Yeah,
aluminum cans are.
for
But
sure.
I mean, it does it does depend. I mean, I've been seeing lately that, a lot of Americans are going back to we're going back to the roots. We're doing our own miniature gardens in our
Yep,
backyards.
yep. A lot more people are
Um,
going into
so that
gardening.
there could that saves a lot of money when
Definitely.
you're gardening and you could just go out to your backyard and
Definitely. But not everybody's going to have the ability to put a garden in their backyard. Some people live in apartments. Some people live
if you live
in
in an apartment, there's ways that you can garden in your
vertical gardens
vertical
and things like that.
gardens
But
and
still, everybody.
hydroponic gardens.
We definitely all. I agree with you. We all need to get back to the roots of growing little foods for ourselves. We can't have an apple tree.
We have a comment.
What's up?
TAO Cast says Borderlands produce on wheels without waste. They're really good about getting affordable produce and veggies.
Cool. That's dope, man. Because that's what it's about. It's so hard for people to get food and get their hands on food that they can afford. Switch the camera, bro. That they can afford. It's tough, and that's a good idea, man. That's a good idea. I hope we get more and more people that's trying to do things to trying to get Americans to eat more vegetables. I always thought that, man, if we have areas with the homeless, to grow trees in those areas, to give them apples, oranges, and have those trees, that's free food that these people can eat,
Mm-hmm.
and they could grab an apple, you know what I'm saying, and no one's has to pay anything.
Right. And just like, with the backyard gardens, you just trade off. Like,
But
hey, you have this, I got that. You need this, I need
right,
that.
right. But this is for people who have the room to do. Like everybody can't grow up an apple tree, and
That is true. Everybody can't grow an apple tree, but I'm just saying for like the smaller produce, the smaller fruits that don't require trees,
right.
unless you have the yard
Well, like
space.
what else? What can you grow? Like tomatoes, probably.
Tomatoes, strawberries, potatoes,
You think you can grow potatoes
green
in the vertical
beans.
garden? Yeah.
Yes,
I don't know. I'm a rookie on this. I see.
I've been
We
seeing
see
it a
Bridget.
lot lately.
We see Bridget doing her thing, and now she's starting. She's creating her restaurant also. She's doing big things, man. A lot of people, a lot of black people,
Going back to
are
the
following
backyard farmers.
the trend, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to see that. A lot of us are trying to get to eating more clean foods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that we are seeing that what this is doing to us. It's people are dying, man. People getting colon cancer. People, we're not eating
It's our
right.
diet.
It's not our it's our diet for sure, and it's not right. We saw the last generation; they didn't eat this fast food every single day, man.
Yeah.
They eat that. They at home eating mackerels. You know what I'm saying? They eat
Not
mackerels.
mackerels.
They eat they eat that stuff, tuna fish out the can. All type stuff that we think is disgusting now, but it's better than eating McDonald's every single day.
Right. And tuna fish ain't that bad.
Man,
bro.
it's disgusting, G. I just don't like it. I seen Jimmy eat next stuff.
She eats it. Don't I only ate it because she ate it.
Yeah, both. Hey, I just don't like canned foods, man. It's something about it for me.
I like
do
canned
not
peaches.
like.
Ew.
Really?
Slimy peaches.
It's the juice, man. That little syrup that they put in there that I don't deal with. But all right, man. Yeah. So my little diet.
And prunes.
Prunes. Yeah, man.
I'm just kidding.
I can't do prunes. But prunes are dried plums, right? Are prunes their own
they're
thing?
dried dates.
They're dried dates.
I don't know.
I don't know either. They just
I can't
nasty.
tell you
That's
for
all
sure.
I know. All right, let's go into Habari News Weekly. For we can
Yep.
talk about the
They
news
are
for the
dried
week.
plums.
Let's go.
Week's Habari News Weekly with Damon, Diplean, Ellison. Sponsored by
Prunes can last for 6 months. That's crazy.
And we're sponsored by Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. If you need you a plate of some good old soul food, St. Louis style soul food, go down there and get you a plate. The catfish nuggets are amazing,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the greens made with turkey, not pork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, they're great. We appreciate them for sponsoring. Go down and get you a plate. Tell them Habari Entertainment sent you. And maybe in the future we can get something going where we can get you a deal or something for coming down. That would be dope. All right, let's go.
All right, so this week in the news, lawyers for former President Donald Trump on Friday asked the judge overseeing his classified documents case to put that proceeding almost entirely on hold as they sort through whether Trump enjoys immunity from the charges based on the landmark Supreme Court ruling this week. On Monday, the Supreme Court granted Trump broad immunity against criminal prosecution for his official acts as president. The ruling came after months of legal wrangling arising from his other federal case, the one in Washington in which he stands accused of plotting to overturn the 2020 election. His lawyers are now trying to apply that ruling to the documents case.
Mm-mm.
In the 10-page motion, they asked Judge Eileen M. Cannon, who is overseeing the proceedings, to allow them to file additional briefings on the immunity and to freeze nearly all pretrial activity until she resolves the issue.
Oh, man. This is crazy, man. I mean, this is the consequences of not voting for Hillary 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to put in his justices because they blocked Obama, the first black president, from
Yep.
putting his own justices in. Mitch McConnell, they made sure that the black man did not pick a judge. So Donald Trump got to come in and pick all the judges. It was crap. It was a big gamble. You know what I'm saying? They looked like trash doing it. They would not let that man pick a judge. First president to not be able to pick his judges. And it's we know it's not a coincidence because he was the first black president.
Right.
And nobody had a problem with it because they hated him so much.
Yep.
So he doesn't get to pick a judge. Donald Trump comes in. He picks two, three of them. And look what's going now.
The majority rule on the court.
But the main thing is that they think they owe Donald Trump something. It's like he owns the court.
Yeah.
They just said that this man has immunity. That a president can do what they want to, and they're immune to prosecution. It's like the lady said. I mean, so now the president
but I can almost guarantee you they won't say that when it comes back to if Biden or any other Democratic president would have done that, they're gonna say no immunity.
They're gonna lose their mind. They tried to kick Clinton out for getting head. They wanted that man gone. They was the party of values. Now they the party of the felon. A party of a dude who's talking about grabbing the pussy. And they're fine with it.
Yep.
They're okay. That's why they're hypocrites. And I will never, ever vote for them. Ever. I don't care if another dude is a troll. I don't give a fuck what he is. I ain't voting for them. Their history is bull. Everything that they are about is racism. Period. Same people. And then, like I said, man, he has the ability to kill if he wanted to in office. He can kill his rival.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was official White House business. The thing about the documents, he didn't put any of this stuff in writing saying that he was going to do this.
Right.
So how can it be official business when you never said anything? Then also with the other case, with the hush money, this was before he was in office.
Exactly.
So how are you going to use that?
Before
they said
he was
official White House business. It doesn't give him immunity to do anything. That means the things that he did with his cabinet and his other people that was in under him, those things are held immunity to. Not just him just at the crib chilling and I feel like doing something violent or against the law.
Right.
I should get a pass. Nah, man. He gets a pass for official acts like war. All those people that get killed.
Mm-hmm.
He can't just, that doesn't mean that he just, but the way that his court is saying it and the way they think they have power now, they think they can do whatever they want. You know, it's just crazy. The Supreme Court is used as a political pawn right now to do Donald Trump's bidding. And it's people, you know, they talking about Biden was asleep, so they okay to vote for this dude. He had no respect for not one Black Lives Matter situation back then.
Not one.
He didn't try to care. People come out there. He talking about his good people on both sides. They done ran that lady over in Charlottesville. Like, I don't forget things, and I know a lot of people they love to forget things and go on with their life.
What they want to remember.
Yeah, because they remember Biden saying, "Oh, Black people shouldn't vote for Trump." They remember that. But all the racist crap that Trump has done, they can't remember. I can't remember that. But I know that one thing that Biden did. I remember that. I can't stand it. I'm just so sick of the bull, man. I don't know what's gonna happen on this, man. I mean, it's the ruling has pushed the courts to make some more decisions. The lawyers are gonna have to go back to the books and try to figure out exactly which things were pinpointed and were not from the White House, because he has immunity. He can do it. He can break laws. He can steal. He can do whatever he wants to as the president. Kill. The president is a king in America now. We say that we're against the monarchy. We don't like that, but we just made the president king.
Y'all just went and gave
But let's see if Biden was, like you said, let's see if Biden was to do something crazy, how they would flip out. Because we already know how they would act. Because we know how they acted when Bill Clinton cheated on his wife and they lost their minds. Mm-hmm. They wanted him out the office for lying and cheating on his wife.
Hold on, wait a minute. They did not even want to vote for Hillary.
Yeah, because
Bill
because of
Clinton
that.
cheated on
But
her.
it's like I said, it's just because they are hypocrites. And as long as the left is getting it, they're sick, they're sticking it to the left, they're happy. They don't have to be right. They don't have to be consistent. They can be hypocrites. They've been hypocrites ever since forever. As long as there's been a left and a right, the right has been crazy. Everything they've been about, oh, let's keep slavery. And then they try to switch it up. Oh, but we were the Republicans that freed. Man, shut up. Your ideology was with the people that wanted to keep slaves.
Right.
That's the group you were with. You could try to say it's a different name. No, man. No, man. It's not y'all party. Y'all party is the party of the KKK today. So that means you were with the people who wanted to keep slavery in place. And if it was up to you, we would still be slaves. Because that's the way you wanted it.
Right.
And that's the way your party wants it. And now they're putting people in charge of the monarchy. Like I said, this dude, Donald Trump, feels as though he's a king. I can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and nobody would do anything. He said that.
He sure did.
Nobody would say anything because that's how he feels. He feels he can get away with anything. And he just says it right in front of the people because they just going to say, yay, Trump anyway. He could say anything. And they ain't going to trip. Let's go on to the next story because these people pissing me off. Fuckers. Get on my fucking nerves.
Well, I mean, not only did that happen on Friday, President Biden insisted that his damaging debate performance against Donald Trump was just a bad night and not an indication of a more serious mental health condition.
How many times have Donald Trump have incoherent statements while he's on the campaign trail?
Right.
I mean, we can bring up a couple of them. Incoherent statements that Donald Trump had. The media is doing a bad job on this, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. They're jumping all over this. Every story, ABC, NBC, every CNN, everybody's jumping on this. The story of him talking about black people and talking about black jobs, that's done. We're just gonna sit around and talk about Biden and how fit he is.
Yep.
And we even have Democrats talking about he needs to step down.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all gonna give all the ammunition to Trump and them. Is that what we're doing?
That's what they did in 2016.
We're gonna give them the ammunition. How dumb are we being right now?
That's
we
the
know
reason
how
why
horrible.
Hillary didn't win.
Right. Because we all was infighting. Everybody fighting. Look, man, we have Biden. That's the way it is. He's only 3 years older than Trump. Trump has had several speeches. Well, and people were like, what the hell is this dude talking about? Just completely incoherent. And we're just going to ignore that. But Joe Biden, oh my goodness. The media is doing a bad job, man.
They're giving way too much airtime talking about
Trump and talking about how Biden isn't okay to be the president.
Exactly. And they're coming out with, all sorts of different articles and stories about who's going to best replace Biden, but
it's not going to happen and they know it.
Y'all doing all this.
It's going to happen 3 months before the election. They're going to bring out somebody new. Are you crazy? Like, what are you talking about? Dude is the president. How are you going to step aside? Like, they're just, the shit that they're talking about is just insane, and they know it.
Oh, well, we need somebody younger to
Man,
run.
come on, man. So what are we going to do? We're going to be able to get this dude on campaign and get him all up to ready and go in 3 months? Like, what are you talking about, man? Right. We got to roll with Biden. He's the president right now. I've never not seen the person who's the president run. What are you talking about? Why are we even discussing this? He had a bad night. Dude say he was falling asleep. He was tired. They call him Sleepy Joe. He was sleepy. He had a bad day. I don't know, man. Only thing I know is I'm not voting for Donald Trump. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, he was asleep, so I'm going to look over all the racist crap and all the bad presidency that this dude has done for over the last 8 years. How crappy he was over COVID. How crappy he was over everything. I'm just gonna look over those things, and because Joe is sleepy, I'm gonna go with the horrible president we had. Like, dude, I remember waking up every day to Trump's tweets.
I don't get it.
I mean, the dude, man, like I said, it was the
These
most.
people, they so annoying. They're so annoying.
I want the days back of George Bush and Republicans were normal. At least then they had
And they could work
some
together
type.
and get things
They had
done.
a spine of some sort. Now it's just straight dumb. Like they are straight idiots. I have no respect for nothing that they're doing right now. Like this, all Donald Trump do is talk trash about people.
Mhm.
And he a bitch.
Like we need both sides to be talking about moving the country forward.
Right.
This dude only talks about himself.
And not only does he talk about himself, he talks about moving the country backwards. Oh, we're going to overturn this. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it's all things that civil rights have fought for over the years. He just wants to roll it back, get rid of it.
Well,
It doesn't exist.
He takes full responsibility with Roe versus Wade.
Yep.
So anybody who's for women and
And
for
anyone-
women's rights, then it's how you voting for him. I just don't know.
I don't get it. And then he says, well, we need to monitor women's pregnancies. We're going to be in your doctor's room. Your doctor's going to have to report when you get pregnant, when you come in for a pregnancy.
That's crazy. I'm so
Do you
sick
know
of
how
these
many HIPAA
people,
violations that violates?
Man, I'm just sick of these people pushing their religion on everybody. All through the country, they trying to put the 10 Commandments in schools.
Oh, I had
They
I
doing
had
it
somebody
all,
tell
man.
me this week that it was cool to teach the Bible in school because even if they was atheists, well, they'll go to heaven and not go to hell.
I just, like I say all the time, man, I don't understand how they don't
You're gonna
get.
force an atheist or someone who doesn't believe in Christianity. You're gonna force them to learn from a Christian Bible,
There's 87,000 religions though.
right? So are you going to teach all different religions and all different
Right.
religious Bibles
Why
get
do
taught
they-
in the school?
Why do they think their religion is the only one that matters?
Why do they think their religion is the best one and it's the only one and it's the true religion?
It's just I just don't
It
get
ain't.
it. I don't get it, man. I don't think it's fair. We can't push this stuff on people, man.
Exactly.
If people have different thought patterns or different religions, that's on them. We can't. I mean, these are the people, like I say, always hollering the Constitution, and the first thing the Constitution says is church and state needs to be separated. But they always
the Bible
ignoring
is just
that.
laws and instructions for how you're supposed to
Right.
live.
But take the Second Amendment. Say anything about the Second Amendment, they lose their mind. So killing people, fine. That's cool.
But
Keep
ain't
it-
one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not
No,
kill?
they don't care about that. He was in my way and he stayed. He didn't. I stood my ground. Turn the other cheek, like the Bible
Spare the
says.
rod toward a child.
That don't nothing. That shoot them, kill them.
Or how about you're not supposed to eat pork?
They're hypocrites. They pick and choose what they want to believe out the Bible, and they run with that. Being a good person, not being violent, doing everything not to be violent. They doing everything they can to be violent. They want to shoot people. They like the shootings. Second Amendment, that we can keep the government together. They want to kill the government. That's just how they are. But anyway, let's move to the next one, man.
Phoenix Children's Hospital. A worker at Phoenix Children's Hospital. Let's make that clear. A worker at Phoenix Children's Hospital through Sudelco is behind bars after allegedly distributing files online showing sexual abuse involving minors. In May, an online messaging service reportedly alerted the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children about material showing inappropriate content involving minors being distributed by one of its members. The information was then given to the Arizona officials for investigation, according to police documents. The profile was then tracked to other social media accounts, and that connected to a man named Zachary Albrighton. Investigators found dozens of files identified as sexual abuse material and his online account
Mm.
engaged in conversations about child sexual abuse materials.
And you said he worked for who now?
He worked for the Phoenix Children's Hospital. He was
Oh,
a
goodness.
food worker, so he would go in and deliver his food as a dietary worker,
Right,
pretty
right.
much.
That's disgusting, man.
It is disgusting. And the fact that he came out and had told the police early on in the investigation that, you know, his previous social media accounts had been disabled or banned because of the same content.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Only for him to recant that story, that claim later.
It's just crazy that the people that work around kids, man, in a lot of situations, those be the people you have to watch, and you thinking that they're trying to do the best for the kids, and you don't know what their intentions are. They go home and do some weird and wacky stuff at the crib. It's disgusting, man. But what can you do, man? Do you need to start scrubbing people's social media? Do you need to start looking into people's background more when they're working with kids? I don't know, man. Something may have to be a little tougher when it comes to the rules, instead of just letting these people just come into these environments where kids are at,
right,
and have this access, and you're doing things like this, and you won't know until we dig into it. But it's kind of tough when they're hiding it. Oh man, I don't know, man. It's tough, man. I just you would think that we wouldn't have somebody so crazy around the kids, but people show up in normal face every day and go home and be crazy people. Yeah. So you just never know, man, what you're getting, man. It's tough, man. That's a tough situation. I mean, like I said, you would hope that we could do more to protect the kids, but man, dang, people are weird, man.
Yeah, niggas are weird.
Yeah, people are weird, dude. I mean, that's just crazy stuff, man. Why? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Do we need, what's the dude who used to be on MSNBC who would make you sit down when he came in and caught you talking to the young 14-year-old girl? To Catch a Predator, the dude who
okay. I know who you're talking about.
Chris Hansen.
Yeah, Chris Hansen.
You know why we're here today?
Right. Maybe we need him in the interviews when they get hired for kids.
I saw one of his episodes.
Just have him come in and be like, if you the person start getting nervous,
I don't know if you know this, but people do it online now. I don't know if people go they'll make a profile and say I'm underage, and the dude will still meet up with them in public, and it'll be a grown man. You're like, we know why you're here today. They try to run off.
Oh man!
Then when they're in the stores or whatever, they yell out, "He came to meet with a 12-year-old boy."
There's some perverts in society, man.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, man. You got to protect the kids, man. When we need a everyday Chris Hansen running around this
right.
month.
But in some fairly uplifting news,
okay,
the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is finally officially outlawing a soda ingredient that's already been banned in several other countries. The FDA said it will revoke the authorization that previously permitted the use of brominated vegetable oil, which is a vegetable oil that's modified with bromine, in food. The agency concluded that the intended use of BVO in food is no longer considered safe after the results of studies conducted in collaboration with the National Institutes of Health found the potential for adverse health effects in humans, said the FDA. The rule banning BVO in food is effective on August 2nd, and companies will have 1 year from that date to comply. And this gives them a buffer to reformulate, relabel, and to deplete any inventory with products containing BVO.
So, looking it up, we see that some of the sodas that has BVO in it, we have Sundrop made by Keurig, Dr. Pepper. That's a Dr. Pepper company. We have Orange Soda that's sold by Walmart. Giant brand orange sodas contains BVO according to the website Giant Food, and I think it was uh, Mountain Dew,
Yep,
and
Mountain Dew.
also Squirt, and also Fanta sodas. They have it also. So those sodas they would have to because in Europe they've been had a different ingredients.
That's
I
why
w-
it tastes different and it looks
Yeah,
different.
because theirs has a different color to it, and I think that they were using it to try to get that color in the orange. But man, dude, it's I would never understand why they use all these crazy ingredients, man, instead of just using the normal ingredients to make the food. Why are they putting all this stuff in here, man?
Preservatives to
Man,
make
it's
it last
man,
longer,
dude,
shelf life,
man. They need to stop this stuff, man. This
to
stuff
make
is
it
killing
taste
us, man.
sweeter so you can get addicted to the sweet, sugary taste and make you come back for it.
And I also got to say that the FDA takes way too long to make these decisions.
They do.
Europe is on this shit fast. America takes 25 years to make the same decisions that these people make in 5 years. All the bureaucracy and bullshit keeps us from making decisions and people are steady dying. I mean, it's on us. We can stop eating this stuff and look for those ingredients, but some people just don't know that these things are killing people. So I mean, it's tough, man.
Health issues.
Man, America, man. I understand that money is first, money is everything, but dog, we not gonna even have people to buy the products if everybody's dead.
Right.
Like, I would never understand it, man. It's dumb. I'm happy that they finally made a good decision on this product, but we have been talking about this stuff for at least a decade or two. That this stuff needs to be banned. They finally did it. There's many more that there needs to be done. You know, I'm not one of these people who are like the doctors are out to kill us and that don't listen to any doctor ever. I'm not one of those. There are bad doctors, there are good doctors. There are bad people, there's good people. There are some things that can be fixed natural, there's some things that cannot be.
Yep.
So, you know, it's a tough situation, man. I don't think that they out to kill us. I just think that they let money run too many of their decisions. And them keeping their money and keeping the money flowing is something that they'll do over the health of the people long term. Now they finally got this one right. There's many more that's being fought, and hopefully they will get those right also, because you just sick of seeing people suffer in the country for these things. But we also got to make better decisions. We got to stop drinking and eating all this crap, man.
I mean, you know,
it's on us to take responsibility.
I can pretty much almost 100% guarantee that within the next year, since they're saying that this goes into effect on August the 2nd, which is like less than 30 days away, and companies have 1 year to reformulate, relabel, and
get it out
there,
right.
Get it off the shelves, right?
Yeah.
People are going to complain that the products are not the same. The product doesn't taste right. The product isn't good.
Who cares?
The product went to trash.
I don't care. I straight up don't care. These are the same people who complain when Obama tried to put in healthy lunches for the kids.
Right.
They like their kids obese, is what they said. So, you know, it's hard, man, in America because people are so stubborn. But sometimes you got to do what's best for the people and not just what's best for a few.
Yep.
Who care about these things. You know, Europe has been okay for years without having this mess in their drinks, and I think we'll be okay too, because the stuff wasn't in there before. Now they want to put all this in there to preserve it or make it like everything's artificial this and artificial that and chemical this and chemical that. Man, can we go back to natural substances and stop all
naturally
these damn
flavored.
Man, dog? It's so ridiculous, man. And the fact that they can just almost tell us anything and lie to us and say anything, you know, those things, is too many things that these companies can do and get away with it. You know, we got to hold them accountable,
including relabeling the ingredient.
They can put wrong labels on things. There's still a big thing going on with like GNC and all those things that tell you
The
the supplements. There's still they're not FDA DEA passed. They haven't passed none of that stuff, and people have been buying that stuff for years, and we still don't know what's going to be the outcome of people taking all these supplements and everything to energize you past 40 and to
I've
get your
seen
estrogen or
I
your
think in fact, I did see a
testosterone
story
numbers
about
up.
that. Was it this week or last week? I don't remember. But they were saying that people who take the supplements, the studies are starting to come back that the supplements really
Don't do shit.
they don't do anything unless you're a person who has a deficiency with a specific type of vitamin or mineral. Then the supplement's not going to do anything for you.
Well, it's sometimes it's a mind thing, and a lot of this stuff. If you think that it's helping you in your mind, I guess, man,
Placebo effect.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is with a lot of this stuff. It's I don't think it's doing anything, but people love it, and they make millions and millions. What's the next one?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and roll into the hot mess.
Get ready for the week's Hollywood hot mess with Iesha Rowan. Sponsored by
Mama Soul's
Fish and Chicken.
Go down to 19th Avenue and Greenway and get you a plate of some soul food.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go out to their newest location in Mesa on East Main Street.
Yeah, man. And tell them Habari Entertainment sent you. And hopefully we can get you some discounts in the future. We can just show that we are good at this, and we are good at getting people out and getting the word out about businesses. That's the whole mission, man. So tell them we sent you. Anyway.
Sean Diddy Combs. I know. Y'all are so tired of me bringing story after story on Diddy. But I mean, he's back in the news again this week as he's been accused of sex trafficking and sexual assault in a lawsuit that was filed on Wednesday by former adult film actress Adria English. She says that she worked for Sean Diddy Combs between 2004 and 2009. The 114-page complaint alleges that Combs and other defendants in the lawsuit used her as a sexual pawn for the pleasure and financial benefit of others during white parties held at Combs' homes in the Hamptons, New York, and Miami, Florida. The complaint was filed in the U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York, which alleges that Combs forced English to engage in prostitution and sex work between the years of 2006 and 2009.
That's a long time ago, man. I wish that people had the strength to step up when that shit was going on. It's going to be harder to prove 30, 20 years down the road. But, if he did this, he needs to pay for it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. But, I just wish that more people would have came out when this stuff was going on, man, instead of waiting 20 years trying to collect a check. It gives him.
It's not even about just waiting to collect a check. Sometimes it's a mental struggle.
You can't. I don't think you can get
mental
criminal
trauma
charges for these things, though. After all that time,
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing that I'm saying. It's like they can't put him in jail for these things.
There are limitations on things.
So
that is understandable.
It's almost 20 years ago. So I mean, I get it. The FBI is on him about this sex trafficking.
He does have a federal criminal investigation.
Definitely. And I mean, if they can prove that he did this 20 years ago, I don't know for sure if the statute of limitations will get him on that. But mostly this stuff is going to hurt him in the pockets.
Yep.
And it's going to be more than he's paying for liability than him paying in actual prison for what he was doing. Sex trafficking, man, they don't play with that stuff no more. Even if the girl says yes and you're taking her across state lines and doing all this stuff, you're going to jail, man.
Yep.
Even if you meet her and she's already doing this stuff and you just help her to get to more cats, you're done. And it's like 100 years. The thing about these parties, they wanted to have these
These white
celebrities
parties.
come in, they want girls, to be able to lay down and just do what they ask. I hear the basketball players talking about it all the time, how the girls do this and do that, the work as they called it. And you think celebrities don't think the same thing? Where these
Right.
girls are just, and then in most cases they probably do get what they want. So then you wonder.
It's kind of like when we were watching the thing about what's the name of that show? Clipped.
Yeah.
When he had the party and met the girl at his house, and she ended up sleeping with him and staying the night or whatever, and that in my head, that's kind of what a white party is. Like you go to this big ass house party, and then they would just have workers there or people who was trying to get to a different spot or a different location or get fame,
Right,
doing these things.
But like I said, with the basketball players, it's girls, in each city who just want to sleep with somebody famous.
Yep.
Who just want to sleep with a basketball player that's on the team. It's girls who own stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that she wasn't forced or anything, but the problem is so many who do it willingly, and then you got the girls who they get ignored because they don't want to hear it because they know so many do it willingly. So it's a hard situation, man. I wouldn't want to be any female in these situations because not many people are going to believe you, and you have. But right now, with the avalanche of accusations that's going towards Diddy right now, she has a bigger claim.
Yep.
But back in the day, she came. It might have been hard. 20 years ago, it might have been hard to sell that. Many people might not have believed that he did that. And even towards celebrities anyway, because they're famous, most people don't believe that they would do this stuff because they think the girls are giving it up. So it's tough, man. It's a tough situation, dude. I hate to put anybody say anybody is lying, because I'm not gonna say that, because I don't know what the hell is going on. But man, Diddy, his thing is done. This is too many accusations.
Way too many
It's
accusations.
too much. Ain't nobody gonna
Too many
stand up and fight for
accusations.
you,
Too many lawsuits.
man.
Every
Too
week
much.
there's a new story coming out about something you did, or a city or university or some organization revoking what they have bestowed upon him.
Man, I mean, he deserves it, because even if he didn't do any of these things, he put himself in the place to be looked like he could do these things.
Yep.
And then doing fighting the girl and beating the girl up on camera, that doesn't
help his case at all.
Even though it was old too. But it's just people starting to look at you differently because they didn't see that part of you. People are looking at you differently. So now every case that come out, people are going to believe it. It doesn't matter what the situation is.
Yep.
That
did make what, the 10th case that's against him right now. So,
dude, it's looking bad, man.
It's looking bad for people to not believe, or for the court of opinion, the court of the people, to not form an opinion to say, okay, well, you really are the bad guy now.
I just, I hate to talk about that stuff because, you never know a woman's perspective in these things. But man, I just hope, I wish that the police took these cases more seriously, because we find out all the time that the police are always putting these cases on the back burner. They're not going through, checking all the evidence. They're not doing anything that they're supposed to do when it comes to these sexual cases. That a lot of girls, they get pushed to the side, and that's the reason why they feel that they don't come forward, because the people don't believe them, and that's tough, man. But I hope that the way things have been going in this day and era, that more girls would step up when men do things like this, man. Because they deserve to pay.
They do. And I mean, Diddy's not the only one that's going through some legal trouble right now, especially when it comes to things of sexual assault, sexual nature, things like that.
Right.
Kanye West and his wife, Bianca.
The new one?
Bianca.
Wow.
Are embroiled in a continuous lawsuit alleging racism and exposure to pornography within their Yeezy operations.
Wow.
According to the Washington Post, 8 former employees of Yeezy Vision, a streaming service linked to West's album plans, are suing. They claim a hostile work environment marred by racial slurs, unfair treatment, and unpaid wages under West. His ex-chief of staff, Milo Yiannopoulos, and Yeezy. Allegations include minors exposed to explicit content by censoring, although she's not named in the lawsuit. They're saying that no guardrails were put in place to prevent underage Yeezy Vision workers from viewing pornography. The lawsuit additionally states that they are demanding unpaid wages, legal fees, and damages for emotional distress.
And this is not the first time that he's had these type of allegations. I think with his what was it, shoe company, he had the same allegations that
even with this school.
Yeah, there was a tough environment and all this and all that and racial shit. So I don't know, man. It's not looking good, bro. He keeps getting all these cases and they all sound the same. But man, when you're in charge, man, you got to make sure that the environment is inclusive for
Everyone.
For all. And if I would suggest not to have any kids around anybody under 18 around, period.
Right.
Especially when you're in the hip hop landscape. You don't want to have kids around, man. I mean, it's too much that could go down, and it's too much adult content going down and you don't want to explain to anybody any of that type stuff.
Or you don't even want to explain to their parents, like, hey, they may see this type of content, they may see that. Right. Then the parents go look at you like,
right,
nah, I don't want my kid around.
I mean, you have to, especially if you have kids working in these environments, man, you have to be cognizant of that. You have to make sure that these kids are not seeing anything crazy. Man, I don't know. We don't know how true the allegations are. We will see as time goes on, man. But he has a lot of allegations that he's fighting right now. It hasn't been a good year for either one of these gentlemen, and you know they've a lot of people still like him. I would say less for Diddy than Kanye. Kanye probably has a more of a thicker fan base that's for him right now. But right now, man, both of them are just legal battle after legal battle. Man, it's tough. You have to just because you're famous, man, don't mean you can treat people in the way you want to, man. And some people, unfortunately, believe that fame protects them, and they can treat people how they want to.
Yep, they do. But my real true hot mess this week was Rick Ross.
Oh my goodness.
We got somebody new up there for y'all. Rick Ross's violent face-off in Vancouver is exactly what it seems like. The end result of the rapper's beef with Drake. TMZ said that sources are telling them that the Sunday night fight started when Ross was approached by several Canadians who were upset with him for dissing Champagne Pappy in several videos posted well over a month ago. But, you know, the angry Drake supporters were incited even more when Rick ended his set at the Ignite Music Festival by pumping Night Like Us through the PA speakers. So they're saying that the Drake fans got up on the stage, punched him, his bodyguard. They pretty much all just got jumped.
Yeah, we saw the video. It looked like Rick Ross was like the first person to get smacked, punched or something.
He was the first person to get smacked.
I mean, come on, dog. You can't be doing stuff like that and then get beat up. you can't lose, man. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do some stuff like that, you gotta
make sure your security is tight.
How you gonna get smacked first, bro? And 50 Cent came and made a fool of him and talked about him and called him all type clowns. 50 Cent, man, he's a different dude, man. To be 50 years old, all these cats, man, too old for this stuff, man.
50 years old, still calling himself 50 Cent.
I mean, I understand that he's gonna be 50 for life. That's not it. It's the way he acts, like, you know, he's so happy when these people that, you know, he got into it with in the past, you know, he loves to see them fail. You know what I mean? He came out when Diddy, you know, had his accusations. He was online acting a fool. I think he's doing a documentary on it.
Didn't he have allegations come out on him too?
Yeah, you know,
From his baby mama?
yeah, yeah. And you know, him and Rick Ross, I always had dumb things that they were doing to each other and making stupid videos about each other. You know, the thing that I get sick of is this, man. I don't always agree with anybody. I'm just that's the type of person I am. I have a different perspective on a lot of things. But when it comes to hip hop, we see black men get into it. Everybody's picks a side. Everybody's okay. But if I disagree with one person, I get called a sellout. That's the type of stuff I'll be saying. How can these two black men go at each other? 50 Cent go at all black people all the time. How is that okay? And everybody be okay with that? Nobody ever brings up black and all this, and he's against the black man. Why? Why are the rules different for different situations? Shouldn't we be saying that they're not for each other and they're not helping each other out?
Right.
Why does those rules fail when it comes to rap? Nobody cares. Everybody's okay. You know, some people I saw some people starting to say that when Drake was getting killed by Kendrick. They're like, he's black. Why are we doing? He let each other go, and that is not.
Yep.
You know, so I'm like, it seems like we pick and choose the times to be on that. I see a lot of people who talk shit about all type people, no matter what color they are. If they don't like them, they call them all type names. But if I happen to disagree with one of them, then I'm a sellout. So you know, you know, I wish that we would realize that we always not going to agree with each other, man. We're always not going to like what each other do. We're not going to always support each other in what we do. As long as we hold each other accountable, that's all it's about, man. We're going to have different opinions because we're all from different lives, different walks, different backgrounds, different environments. We're not a monolith. We don't all think the same. We can't always be like, oh, I'm black, I'm backing my brother. Sometimes my brother is doing something that isn't correct.
Right, that he shouldn't be doing.
Right. Sometimes he needs to be held accountable for what he's doing and not just me being like, oh, I'm not down in the black man.
And that's the thing too, like we need to start holding each other more accountable.
And that's the whole statement I'm getting to. Because it seems like, you know, we're off on this. If I talk about basketball and I don't agree with somebody's basketball moves, I'm a sellout. But if another black man is attacking every dude he see like 50-50, this is what he does. That's all he does. How he did Ja Rule. He's over and over and over. We love 50 though. People love him. Now, I ain't talking anything bad about him. I'm just saying how it's wild how we pick and choose who are okay with going after certain brothers.
Yep.
He loved going after Rick Ross. They had a little beef back in the day, and he'll never let it go. He's gonna down Rick Ross every time he get a chance to. Nobody's gonna come and say, he's against black people. He's a sellout. Those rules don't apply when it comes to hip hop for some reason. It's crazy. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? If I disagree with LeBron, you're gonna call me every name in the world. But if you disagree with Rick Ross or 50, or it's all good. It's all good. I'm with this camp. I'm in the Kendrick camp. I'm in the Drake camp. That's cool. I don't know, man. I just wish that all this verse each other and we can have different opinions, man. But to me, it just seems like these things like 50 against Rick, he laughing, he got beat up. He said the things right. Oh, I'm happy he made it home, but I don't know if you are. Like cats, just like the crap with the Julio Fulio crap. Everybody happy that this dude got killed because he did some dumb stuff and some dumb stuff he wasn't supposed to do. Now I'm happy he did because he didn't supposed. Like, dog, why does hip hop have this, man? You can see somebody die, and cats go make songs about it. Like, it's so uneven how we discuss things. People all on my back all week because I'm like, man, I don't know if I would do my son like that. I would probably let him go take his own path instead of doing what, you ain't down for black people. You a sellout. You ain't see you for them white folks because you want to see
because
a black
I want
man.
I want to see my son make a name for himself.
I have a different perspective. I wouldn't have did it that way. We all do things differently, man. We all do things differently, and that's my whole thing. It's like, dog, we don't all think the same. We don't have to. I mean, 50 Cent them, like I said, I saw brothers posting about Dev Haney, how he was called them all type of BA bitch ass dudes and bitch ass N words. They calling them all these names. But I don't agree with LeBron. I'm a sellout. Like, why do we pick and choose what people are okay that you can't never say nothing about? And he's one of them. Are you with the white folks? Like, you got to be okay with people having different opinions, man. I mean, we got to stop jumping to the race thing just because somebody didn't agree with you. That stuff is getting really played out, man. Now, online, I see it way too much. Niggas want to call you all type stuff because you, man, I don't agree, man. I don't agree with that, bro. I have a different outlook than that. You probably for them folks then. Woo! Yeah, man, we got to stop that crap. What's the next story?
Let's go ahead and run sports, Jimmy.
Habari Sports.
Yo. Welcome to this Habari Sports, where we bring the news from the week, the weekly news of sports, basketball, football, everything that's going on in the world of sports, man. We like to talk about it. So let's get straight to it.
This week, as you know, Bronny signed a 4-year contract.
4 years.
What do you think?
I mean,
4 years with the Lakers, and he's just a rookie, second-round draft pick.
Hey, man.
How many second-round draft picks drafted that late in the second round
has got a 4-year contract off the top?
Have you seen getting a 4-year contract off the top?
Not one ever in life. Ever. I've never seen that. A 4-year contract, and you ain't even played a game, and you're a second-round pick. That's all LeBron. But that's cool. That's okay. People are okay with that. You know, because you know, like they said, the white folks used to do it in jobs, so it's okay. Like I said, man, I understand shit, nepotism. I would do it in my company, but I the thing that I've been arguing with people all day, and people have been calling me all type names because I just don't agree that this is the same. This isn't nepotism, what he's doing right now. This is him using his power to get him onto the team.
Yep.
Nepotism or generational wealth is giving your son a job or a position that you control, or using your power to get them to a job or a business that you control. He doesn't own the Lakers.
Right.
He just, he got the owner to listen to him.
Generational wealth also includes the passing down of assets,
right?
Like your home, land, cars.
Exactly. Not a spot on the Lakers.
Trust funds, bonds,
right?
Stocks.
Not a spot on the Lakers. He just used his power because he's on that team to get him on there. I guess you could say it's nepotism, but it's definitely not generational wealth because he's not the owner. He's not handing down the Lakers team to him. I like I said, man, hopefully the kid's good enough. I'm rooting for him because I don't want to see the crap that's going to come afterwards if he's not. I hope the kid does well.
If, so he's got 4 years. So let's just say year 2, Bronny ain't doing that great.
You can get waived.
Out of your contract?
Yeah.
You think they would do that?
You still got to get paid. You still would get paid, but he can get waived off the team if he's not doing that well. The money owed to him still would come to him.
But I'm saying, do you think the Lakers would do that for LeBron James' son? Even though after LeBron did all this to secure him getting a 4-year contract?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Just like I said the first time, how far are we going to go with this? Are we going to give him a spot? What are we going to make him earn? What are they going to make him earn? I'm happy. A lot of people, like Bridget said today on the post, that's the type pressure that basketball players love, that they love the pressure. All right. Austin Rivers said something different. But hey, if they like this pressure and he's okay with the pressure, fine. I hope he does well with the pressure. I'm just saying that it could have been a lot less pressure on him. But you know, a lot of people said he will do well, and it's he's gonna hoop, and it's not gonna be a big deal, and he's gonna earn it. I hope so. I'm just saying that the media fallout is gonna be grand, and
When
I'm
he
not
doesn't,
gonna.
if he
I'm
doesn't do
if he
well.
doesn't, it's gonna be crazy because everybody's pushing the narrative. Oh, father, son, it's so great to see it. It's so great to see that. You put him on the court and he's not playing well. I mean, like I said, man, it's gonna be horrible online, and the memes and the jokes are gonna be crazy. But like I say, I hope the kid does well, so that does not happen, because that's all I've been talking about is let's bring the kid under the radar, just like Pippen kid, everybody else kids under the radar. Let them do their thing, let them play, let him make the team on his own, not on the grind. Let him do his work and see where the kid go. Instead of putting him in this, oh, you gotta play with me to make my dream come true. Oh, you gotta be on the Lakers. Oh, you know, like it's tough. Lakers is a tough team.
Right.
Them fans think they supposed to win every year. They really do believe that. And you know, it's a lot of them are upset that he was selected. But some are cool. They're like, this is gonna be dope to see a father and son. You know, so everybody has a different perspective on it. But we will see what happens. Like I said, I hope that he does well and he's not slaughtered like they do Thanasis, who he don't care either. He's living his life.
Mm-hmm.
He gets slaughtered online. He don't care. You know, if when he retires and people say the things to him, he's not. You know, he's it probably get annoying to him that, oh, you only on the Bucks because your brother.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, he's still rich. You know, he's gonna be that regard, and both of them was gonna be that regardless, because they have family members that's doing really really well.
Right.
So, and that's the main thing that I was talking about. There's a lot of kids who are not rich like him, you know, who
That
could
would
have
have
took that
deserved
spot,
that spot.
right? And hey, you know, if he's better than him, and it doesn't matter if he's turns out to be good, because there's been players that's been good at that spot. If he turns out to be good, it won't even matter. And all this crap we were talking, it won't matter, because he's good. But the thing is, we don't know, and everybody's gonna have to find out.
Yep.
And we'll see. We'll see, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to see him get, you know, a 4-year guaranteed contract and not even at least play the little summer league.
Right.
But you know, his pops is telling him that they're good. He's been able to sell them on them, and they're rolling with it. All right, summer league is coming up. I think they playing the
I think it starts
Kings
next week.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. We will see what happens. Like I said, he goes out there and have a bad game, it's gonna be crazy online.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, good luck to him and his pops and their dreams and fulfilling their dreams of playing together.
That's true. So, how do you feel about the moves that Phoenix Suns have been making during the offseason this year?
Mm, I think we made some pretty good moves, man.
Do you think that there are any moves that we could make that would
I
improve better?
I do think that we still need a power forward, a big power forward, 6'9", 6'10", a couple of them to be able to handle the Anthony Towns type. I don't think Mason Plumlee is the answer for that. I don't think either one of the rookies we picked up is the answer for that. We need 6'9", 6'10", somebody who could play some center and some power forward. Bo is pretty much the only power forward we have on the roster, if I ain't mistaken. Royce O'Neal plays a lot of power forward, but he's 6'5". He can't guard Anthony Towns. We need somebody who's going to be your boy Kevin Durant can't do it, man. He can't guard that big dude. And we if they come out with two big men, we have problems.
Right.
So we got to get somebody that's big, that's going to be able to play. If Bo plays and your boy Budenholzer, he brings him along like he did Giannis, then that's cool. That gives us some size at the power forward, then you put Durant at the small. That's cool. That'll give us a bigger team against these teams that's big. Denver, they're big. Even I mean, Boston is not huge, but they have the ability to play big. They can put Porzingis at the 4 and put Horford at the 5. They can do or put Horford at the 4 and do it at the 5. Put Tatum at the small. These teams have the ability to get big
if they need to.
Exactly. So if they need to guard the bigger players, they have the ability to, and we don't. We just had a whole bunch of little bitty dudes running around. And I like the rookie pickup Dunn. He's gonna be good defensively, but he's still 6'8". We for real need 6'10", 6'11" dudes. A couple of them, man. So we have a couple empty spots still. They talking about Josh Okogie coming back. I that pickup I don't believe, man. Dude is just, he plays good defensively, but bro can't hit a shot, man. All they want to do is shoot these threes nowadays. So when you can't hit those open threes, you look really bad. So, and I thought Okogie just he couldn't hit an open basket when they needed him to. And I don't know if that's gonna work out, man. Gordon, I'm happy he left because his only thing he want to do is shoot threes. If he does anything else but shoot a 3, he can't really do anything. Like I'm sick of those type players, man. You gotta have more versatility, man. It's somebody who's just gonna spot up and shoot threes all damn game. And if that don't work, he don't know what else to do. But I think the Suns so far have made some good moves, man. Like I said, I still think we need a power forward, but hopefully we can make that happen. The point guard thing should be put to rest. Monte Morris is good. His assist to turnover ratio is good. He has good chemistry with Bradley Beal. They think they played together in Washington, so I look forward to that and what that looks like. Because I think we did need a point guard last year that we suffered without having one. Mm-hmm. We look like trash.
Well, I mean, we did suck, kind of. But we did make it at least to the first round of the playoffs.
The offense was not good. The way just take turns, you do this, I'll do that. They got to figure out how to be a more of a Golden State type of offense where people are cutting, passing, and it's a lot more ball movement and not so much isolation and one-on-one play. I know that's what Dallas just went to the championship on, but I knew they were going to lose. A lot of people picked them, but there's no way in the world they finna win. Luka coming down, doing everything, then every once in a while giving the ball to Kyrie and having him dribble. Like, I couldn't believe they made it to the championship with that crap. But anyway, yeah, man, Phoenix should be a lot better, man, in year 2. It's like I said, we just need to get a little bit better on the boards, man. Kevin Durant is not that board person at all.
I mean, I've been liking how things have been going, especially for the WNBA.
Yeah.
The WNBA has recently launched a new documentary series to highlight some of its budding new stars. Titled Year 1, the series follows rookies Angel Reese, Camila Cadorso, Nika Mogul, and Rickea Jackson on their journeys from the beginning of this year's WNBA draft. No Caitlin Clark.
What? I am outraged.
It just said she just made history.
Oh man, but then her people are gonna be mad that she was left out of anything. They don't like when she left out of anything.
Nah, they don't.
She's the first. I think she's the first WNBA rookie to record a triple double.
Oh really? What? Old girl Reese. She broke the double doubles rookie record. Yeah. So yeah,
like I said, it's gonna follow all 4 of these ladies. Yeah. From the beginning of this year's draft all the way through the regular season and into the playoffs.
That's cool.
Part 1 of the docuseries was titled Acclimating, which premiered Wednesday on YouTube and on the WNBA app. So if you get a chance, go out there and check it out. I know some people are going to be upset, like you said, that Caitlin Clark was left out. So what? Who cares? There are going to be things that
She can't be in everything.
She just can't be in everything.
Goodness,
she can't be everywhere.
I'm so sick of the narrative of this year, man. It's tiring. The Angel Reese fans mad that she's not looked at as she's better than Caitlin Clark. The Caitlin Clark fans saying that everything that happens in the WNBA is just because of her and nobody else worth watching, and everybody trash and they jealous of her, and everybody talking about this. Man, dude, I'm so sick of the narratives, man. It's been trash since day one. Why can't we just watch the girls play and have a good time?
Right.
Everybody got to push their bullshit onto them.
Yep.
You know, you got racist Trump voters all pumping for Caitlyn, talking about, this is another way to show how the white man is getting left behind and it's not fair for us. And man, dude, God is crap, dude. I'm so sick of it, bro. Both of them are doing well. I'm happy to see them doing well. I'm happy to see them getting more media attention and getting documentaries done and getting the attention that they deserve.
It's getting them back to where they were in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean the 90s people were a lot more watching it a lot more. But this is, I think it's bigger than that, man. Now is, they're getting more publicity, more media, more, but you're right though. It was big in the 90s, bigger. And they're now getting to those numbers when it comes to the audiences on TV and in the games.
To Phoenix Mercury this past week on Monday, when they played Indiana Fever. They
lost.
Well, they lost, but however, they still sold out the stadium.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
That was their 8th sellout for the year, and it's only been 20 games.
I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, man, that's dope. And I hope a lot more, man, because a lot more.
I need to get we
to
need
to go
Phoenix game.
We do need to go to a couple games and go check them out and go support, because we've been all about the WNBA. And before other people was trying to pay attention, we was trying to make sure to get them their ups, because they deserve it, man. It's hard making it in the sports. These girls aren't handed their spots. They're working hard to make it on the team. Their daddy isn't pulling strings to get them on there. They gotta make cuts, man, and it's hard. And
Tina Charles became the 3rd highest scorer in the WNBA history. So she passed Tamika Catchings.
Wow, Tamika.
Yep, she passed Tamika.
Yeah, Tamika was raw, man. Tamika Catchings was raw. She was very, very good, and she paid for the Fever. But she was really good, man. And like I said, man, there's a good history of players that a lot of people don't know about because people just wasn't paying attention. But
not only that, they don't care to go back and look at the stats from
well, that's just like that's all
good.
Sports. You got people talking about how the 80s and the 90s were awful with plumbers and anything they can do to big up their boy LeBron. They gonna say that the 80s was trash, the 90s was trash, everything was trash. This is how the generations are, man. Instead of paying respect for the people and saying, yeah, I pay respect and homage to the people that got me here. Oh, they was garbage. Anything to big up LeBron. But what else do we have? Oh yeah, they Clark and Reese was also named All-Star to the All-Star team. That's a dope for them. Well deserving of both ladies.
Yep. And then you had KD and Aja Wilson. They unveiled the Team USA jerseys this week for the.
They should kill.
They should.
You got more confidence in them than the men's team right now. We did hear that Vikings draft a 4th pick. What was his name, Jimmy? We got the Vikings 4th pick, Kyrie Jackson, passed away in a car wreck overnight, man. We want to say condolences to his family and to the Minnesota Vikings organization. Sad, man. Got to be careful in these cars, bro. It's really sad for the kid, man. He was just drafted, man, about to make his dream come true, and some stuff like this happens, man. Ah, man, it's sad. It's just sad, man. A young kid gone, born in 99. number 24 years old, man. So sad.
Yeah, and I mean, lastly, let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna leave comic books for last, cause not least but last.
Before we get to that, man, I want to talk about Paul George going over to the 76ers.
No, bump that. Clay.
Clay going to, and also Clay going to the Mavericks. I think that both moves have been blown out of proportion all week for the media. The media acting like these players are superstars still. Man, I'm a Clay. I'm not gonna say I'm a Clay fan, but I've always liked what he's done. But I don't really think. I think the Mavericks have went backwards with this one, man. Clay is not that dude anymore.
I think he just had one bad season.
Man, dog, one bad season is it shows you what your future is. Dude that's his future, bro. Those injuries and everything and all those years of playing is caught up with him, man. You don't come back. You don't have it, man. I'm telling you, if you're when you go to those levels, you're not gonna get better, man. I mean, I'm rooting for the dude, but 9 times out of 10, when things like this happen and they start showing you that it's the end, it's the end. And he was, like I said, he was outplayed by Curly Fries. I forget his name. But yeah, man, dude outplayed him. And he outplayed him a lot. And in every situation with the Warriors, man, dude was looking like he didn't look great. And then you got Paul George, man. Paul George, man, he ain't did nothing on nothing and not one stop. From OKC to the Clippers, he ain't made those teams better, man. Now, I'm a Paul George. I've been a fan since he was in Indiana. Dude is smooth. I like his game, but dog, I don't know if this is going to take Philadelphia over the top, bro. You know, we focus so much on the positive. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I lean to those teams really haven't got too much better. The odds makers in Vegas, in fact, said that at the beginning of the year they put Dallas. I mean, at the end of the season, coming into the new year, they have Dallas as the 11th ranked team to make it back. I think their odds were 11-1. They picked up Clay. The odds still 11-1. So the Vegas people do not think they're not looking too great at this pickup, or do they think that's going to make them their odds even better? And I agree with him, man. I like Clay. I think he had a great career in Golden State, but I do not think this is going to put Dallas over the top. Now, the pickup for the Knicks, picking up Mikal Bridges, I do think that will help the Knicks, because I think that those dudes, they have chemistry that they've built since college, and also it brings in a good versatile scorer, Bridges, that kind of helps to help to get the ball out of Brunson's hand a little bit more, because they need somebody who can make something happen besides him. Now, Randall comes back and he doesn't get injured, which is not likely to happen. Dude cannot stay healthy. But if he can stay healthy, man, the Knicks got a good chance, man. He has to learn how to get a ball up too, Randall. So hopefully, man, I think they do look better. They have more players to play. Tibbs only want to play like 6 people in the playoffs. So hopefully that now they'll have at least 7 players they can play. I don't know, man. He needs to at least do 8, man. They seem like they be running out of gas. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. But those 3 moves I wanted to talk about. And also OKC, man, they got a lot bigger and they made some good moves. I think that those moves will help OKC in the future. The moves that they made. So let's go ahead and get into comic book corner, man. Let's run that real fast before we can get up out of here.
Comic Book Corner. Sponsored by...
The old game, I thought it was the new one.
Nah, ain't no game today. All right, man. So this week we got a quick review of The Boys. I think it's episode 6. The Boys could turn that only them can turn an episode featuring sex dungeons and foreplay, lobotomies, and heroic gimps into a source of welcome levity.
It was just making fun of Batman and Spider-Man.
Yeah, they pretty much just killed old Batman and Spider-Man. Yeah, that the web weaver dude he's a weird character, man. The Boys have some weird stuff going on.
They do.
And then Butcher, come to find out that he's talking to himself. What they're saying is they think that he has like a symbiote, like a venom in his head. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with him. I don't know, man. It was really freaky. They did some freaky stuff.
They even hit you with a little bit of 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, they.
I mean, this episode was just off the chain.
I'm just not digging this whole season.
That's
man.
what I mean. Like off the
is.
chain. Like, where did y'all even come up with this stuff?
I don't know. Tech Knight, he's supposed to be a Bruce Wayne type mansion,
character, yeah.
But I don't know, man, that stuff was just they in there just doing all type freaky stuff, man.
I mean, and the party that they were at was supposed to be honoring Homelander. That's what they were supposed to be there for, to honor Homelander.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I thought it was just weird. We got Tech Knight trying to rape the web weaver doing this. I don't know, man. It's just it was just some weird stuff, man. This season is just crazy. I hope it gets somewhere, man. The old girl then squirted breast milk all over Homelander, and he just goes crazy.
Right.
She's been taking some types supplements to make her have milk, even though she's not pregnant, just to make him happy, for he can suck on some boobs. Like, dog, this show is crazy, man. But that's what they say it is, man. I don't know, man. This season is just, I don't know what it is about this season. I'm just not liking, man. It just seems weird. It's nothing, and I feel like nothing's taking us anywhere. Did they say how many episodes is going to be in this season?
I think it's 8 episodes.
So it's only 2 episodes left. So they about to leave us on another cliffhanger. And
they're going to leave us on another cliffhanger. They're going to give you season 5. Season. And season 5 will be the end. Whatever happens in season 5, it's going to be the end of the series.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I kind of think
so. I can almost guarantee that within these next 2 episodes, we're not really going to see the boys fight against Homelander or anything like that. They're going to wait until season 5 to give us that. From what I've been seeing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just thought the whole thing, he was dumb for even going in there as Web Weaver. That was dumb.
Right.
It was just a dumb idea. You know what I mean? That was just
and then he didn't even know the safe word.
How you gonna know the safe word? How you gonna know that unless you're in there with him or something?
That's what I'm saying. They should have
interrogated dude, or,
right?
They should have did something. They should have made dude wear a wire, something, instead of them sending Huey dumbass in there, knowing he don't know nothing about what's going on.
Right.
And he's a super nerd, and
he's super scared of everything.
Yeah, I don't know why they sent that dude in there. That was just terrible. But
a way for them to get caught.
I don't know. Bad idea. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of people is not liking the boys this season. It's not. I'm not like disliking it because of all the freaky stuff they're doing. It's just I feel like this story is just dragging on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not holding on enough, man. The right wing stuff, I don't think they're going farther enough with that stuff. Like, we need more than a couple people just sitting around screaming. We need more. I don't know, man. I'm not digging it. But go check out the last episode. You make up your own mind on how you feel about it, everything. So and everything that's going on, and check it out. Let us know how you feel about it.
It was a rare occurrence for Black Noir to remove his mask too.
Yeah,
It's been 30 episodes since he's removed his mask.
Yeah, but he's not the original Black Noir. The original one's dead.
Yep.
So they just got a new dude, and he's like, I don't even want to play this weak ass character. It's whack. But
yep,
his character's whack. Everything is what's going on with A Train is, I guess, is a little interesting, but it's also getting played out. Him always looking like and they always saying stupid stuff to him. It's getting a little old.
Yeah, it is.
Like, quit, bro. But whatever, man. I don't know. Which I'll check the next episode out. I'm still interested in what's going to happen. I just wish more was happening to get to something big. But we'll see what happens next week. And like I said, man, hit us up, man. If you want to talk about it, if you have some different views about some different things, or you just want to discuss the show, man, hit us up. We can talk about it. And hit us up through chat or whatever, and we can discuss it. But I think that's the end. That's all we got today, right?
That's all we got today.
So yeah, man, that's all we got. We're not gonna play the game. We'll catch y'all next week. Do we have a guest coming?
Let's see. Next week we should have
Well, while she's saying that, next week, y'all tune into Wealth for Generations. It's their 100th episode.
Cool. Yeah, man. I celebrate to them. 100 episodes. Not a lot of people make it that far, man. Most people quit, or they come up with some excuse why they can't do it, or they got something going on in their head where it talks them out of doing their show. I'm really proud of them boys for coming through. That's 2 years of shows that they've been doing for 2 years straight. I also want to thank THC. You know what I'm saying? They've been rocking with us the whole time, doing their thing. Brad Exel, we appreciate him. He's not consistent with his show, but he stays true to us and what we're doing. And not a lot of people do that. And I didn't know that dude from Adam and Eve, and we've met, and he's done nothing but represent Habari Entertainment since we've met.
Yep.
And those type people are few and far in between. You got people who are family and people who supposed to be friends, and they don't care nothing about what you're trying to do and don't support you one bit.
I care.
Yep.
Right.
But next week we got Veronica Adams.
You know, remember what she does?
She's an author.
Okay, dope.
We tried to have her on about a year or so ago.
Is that waterfall?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, definitely. We'll get her on and talk to her. Will it be
I think it might be a virtual. I have to confirm it with her this week.
Yeah, it'll probably be virtual. All right, man. We appreciate y'all watching, man, this week. We appreciate everybody that rocks with Habari Live. You know, we are a news podcast, man. That's what we're trying to do. Opinions, news, try to keep you updated with what's going on and trying to keep you informed what the news has done throughout the week.
As well as bringing you a new business each week.
And each week we try to highlight a new business to let you know what's going on locally and the people that's trying to build the city. Think of us as a John Oliver show, because that's what we molded the show after. What John Oliver does every week. We'll get better, man, and we'll get better journalists, and we'll be able to delve into the stories deeper and have our own investigators that would be able to investigate more. But we need money to do that. So anytime, man, if y'all want to, send something over to help to build Habari Entertainment, so we can get better journalists, better writers, bring better shows, so we can get a bigger studio. It's all about, man, informing and keeping the people informed, and trying to build a news media that's worth something, man. And we don't have that here. So if we can build that and we have people that support it, it can become something that's great. So we appreciate everybody that rocks with us, man, and wants to see us succeed. and we can't do anything but be proud of what we have done, and hope to keep continuing to grow. So appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Holla, holla.
Bye.
For watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week.